Relative calm has returned to several parts of the northwest regional chief town, Bamenda. Gunshots rent the air today in several parts of the town as the Anglophone crisis continues worsening in the two English-speaking regions of the country. We'll be bringing to you details in this edition of the 6 p.m. primetime newscast on Equinoxe Television. We shall also talk about the COVID-19. Professor Didier Raoul explains why the COVID-19 figures continue increasing around the world. Stay with us. Thanks, dear viewers, for joining us on this edition of the newscast on Equinoxe Television. I am Babli Jonathan. We begin in the northwest regional capital, Bamenda, where several areas were hit by gun battles or gunshots in the town of Bamenda today. Areas like commercial, or notably the areas around Travelers and Tarikon and the hospital roundabout neighborhoods were hit by continuous gunshots which lasted for hours and later resumed again in the course of the day, while some areas like Commercial Avenue, the Queen neighborhood, were relatively calm. Gunshots were heard in different parts of Travelers, hospital roundabout and other neighborhoods, and this is of course within the context of the 4-year-long armed conflict in the northwest and southwest regions of the Republic of Cameroon, and it disrupted, or the gunshots disrupted, activities in those neighborhoods today. As of now, relative calm has returned across the town, and circulation and of course other activities are unfolding despite the uncertain socio-political climate reigning there for the past 4 years. Things will be bringing to you greater details in this edition of the 6 p.m. newscast, as our correspondents will be joining us from Bamenda with greater details on what happened today in the town of Bamenda. On to something else. Gendarmerie authorities are stepping up the fight against cyber crime. Some of the suspected criminals operating on the internet, operating online, and now in the dragnet of the National Gendarmerie, they were arrested here in Cameroon's economic capital, Douala. Manjika Gabriel has more.
Equinoxe Television crew, alongside the elements of the Gendarmerie Legion office, en route to Lokpom, precisely at Carrefour Basson. It is the beginning of a long day as security forces search a house where 3 gentlemen with suspected dealings have been hiding. At the residence, the security forces searched through everything in the room. Unfortunately, just a safe was discovered. Back at the Legion office in Bonanjo, 3 persons were later presented after their arrest on Monday for holding huge sum of money whose origin is not yet clear, according to the gendarme officer on the case.
Par une source de renseignement, nous avons été informés de ce que
An informant told us some 3 persons were at Hotel Dinde to buy a calf. They came from Menganga with a huge sum of money on them. This actually caught the attention of people around. So when we arrived, we asked them to follow us for questioning. It is in the office that we discovered that they were scammers and putting up to be members of Illuminati. They asked people to send them nude pictures to make them rich, but if they later fail to pay their money, they use the same pictures to blackmail them.
Qui les force parvenir. Après, si vous ne finissez pas de payer leur argent, ils vous font du chantage avec ces mêmes photos.
The 3 persons arrested will later open up to security forces. The person who came to buy the car says the money was sent by his brother, though a scammer.
I have my junior brother in Turkey. He's a computer engineer and also did networking. He was the one who sent money to buy cars. No car, just one. But the money which I had on me, it's the 870,000 francs. Yes, that was money which I got from my own dealings online. I used part of the money to buy the safe.
Another accepted being an Illuminati member.
I'm here because I do Illuminati for a living, like I do cyber criminality. I use pictures, I use my intelligence for the reason why I go to school. There's no job, so I have to do it for about 1 year ago now. Yeah, that's the money that we have. That's all. I use the money to buy my land in Kaili. I'm from Buya.
While the third also agreed involving in scamming business to earn a living.
I came here because I've been called of cyber criminality. I don't sell marijuana, you know. I do Illuminati as my own online fraud. Due to the country crisis, it's been so difficult for jobs, so I have to do that for a living.
Before these three could be shown to the public this Tuesday, unconfirmed sources say some top-ranking state officials were about intervening, but the head of the gendarme unit warns and advises people outside. Some persons wanted to intervene, but we have decided to wipe away this practice that is already gaining grounds in Douala. You see a dirty guy with a huge car, it should serve as a lesson to others who are practicing the same cyber crimes. Amongst the things that were discovered in the course of the investigation within the cell phones of these three gentlemen were cards of Illuminati group and other payments that have been made, plus nude pictures. For now, gendarmes are still waiting for the car vendor who had already collected 6 million francs CFA from them to return it, while the three young men remain behind bars for onward investigation.
Coming up, we bring to you the fascinating story of a young girl in Dokpasi 2, Douala 3 subdivision. The young girl has won the admiration of many, especially motorbike owners and riders. Jemen, popularly known as teacher, is involved in the activity of repairing motorcycles. Take a listen to her.
If you are new in Dokpasi, in the Douala 3 subdivision, precisely at a place known as Zone de Recasement, you will surely not go back without noticing this motorcycle repair workshop, though it has no signboard.
Irrespective of where you're coming from, when you say teacher, the transporters bring you here directly.
She is the one referred to as teacher. Her name is Jemen Forte, proprietor of this popular motorcycle repair workshop, very popular such that people come from far to repair their motorcycles here. Quality service is what brings me here. I leave Ndokoti with a tire puncture just to repair here. Where she repairs my tires, I can go for 6 months without a problem. It's still morning over here, but motorbikes are already lined up for repairs at Germain's workshop. Germain enjoys an authority thanks to her skills and quality services.
Ce qui fait sa force.
What makes her strength is quality service, honesty and kindness.
Et la gentillesse.
Even with her success story today, Germaine has not forgotten the difficult start. Her days of humble beginnings in a sector dominated by men. She learned by assisting her partner back then.
C'est pas bizarre pour lui de voir sa femme faire un métier d'homme entre guillemets.
He never wanted me to do this because he did not believe I could do it well. When I finally started fully, he understood that I was determined.
Because of her diligent work, the one who was fondly referred to by her partner back then as teacher has now gained the admiration of many people.
Even my customers admire and appreciate her works. They sometimes choose to sit outside and watch her work.
On prend la chaise même chez moi, on s'assoit à la véranda pour la voir travailler.
A level of admiration for the mother of three, which others find it difficult to understand.
My daughter asked me to stop this activity. I asked her why. She said it was a dirty activity. I asked if the money she receives every morning is dirty.
A strong passion that keeps teacher going, even as an example to the fact that women can do hard jobs.
I told you that will bring to you greater details on what happened in the town of Bamenda today, and we are going over there to meet our correspondent Frederick Takan, who has updates and all what happened today in the town of Bamenda. Frederick.
A few hours after the opening of shops in Bamenda town this Wednesday morning, a sound of gunshot were heard around the neighborhood of Food Market, hospital roundabout T-Junction, according to some witnesses. The intensity of the gunshot scared many inhabitants, and in those areas, shops that were open are forced to close their doors. People started running back home. Some choose to seek refuge in any nearby house or compound. At about 2 to 3 p.m. the shooting continued, and places like Commercial Avenue deserted since 5 p.m. There is a little bit calm. Some vehicles are seen moving around town. Places like Nkwen in Bamenda 3 subdivision, Upstation in Bamenda 1 subdivision did not witness the series of gunshots. No official statement as from now to know the reason of the random shooting, but some sources says police and military checkpoint around Bamenda were simultaneously attacked by gunmen. For now, it's very difficult to know if there are any casualties due to the gunshot in Bamenda Central Town this Wednesday.
Thanks, Frederick Takan in Bamenda. And of course, we'll be bringing to you updates on all what's happening there and the rest of the two English-speaking regions of the Republic of Cameroon as far as the 4-year-long armed conflict going on there is concerned. On to something else now. The 29th promotion or the 29th batch of the National Defense School of Nigeria visits the National Communication Council of the Republic of Cameroon in the nation's political capital, Yaoundé. The officers visited the Communication Council today, and during that visit, the president of the National Communication Council, Peter Esoka, and his collaborators and the visitors discussed a wide range of issues involving or notably concerning the media world and, of course, their job and communication issues and how to better understand the functioning of the media role and how to use the media in the discharge of their duties. These are some of the issues that were on the table of discussion during that meeting between National Communication Council President Peter Esoka, his collaborators on one hand, and elements of the 29th batch of the National Defense School of Nigeria in Yaoundé. And now for greater details, here's an extract of Peter Esoka, President of the National Communication Council of the Republic of Cameroon, sent to us by our colleagues in Yaoundé.
The central theme, as we were asked to prepare, of this come together is the rise of digitalization and the need for media and information literacy, an analytical and prospective look at Cameroon's media environment. The digital transformation in the media context is an opportunity for the emergence of a new Cameroonian knowledge-based society, which, using the plethora of data it offers us, sometimes without any moral or ethical filter, not pose a threat to the guarantee of the integrity of information, the protection of the dignity of persons, the protection of children, and the respect of essential human rights. This dilemma between opportunities and threats, between the benefits and dangers of the digital society, underpins the interest and need of media literacy.
The head of the delegation of the 29th batch of the National Defense School of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Oyo Olubeve, spoke to Ike Cyril, and this is an extract of what he said.
We're here as part of the National Defense College Nigeria's regional study tour to Cameroon to look at issues of the digital economy and national development of Cameroon. You will all recall that President Paul Biya in 2018 gave a mandate for the digital economy, and this team is here to carry out a study tour where we expect to look at the issues, the challenges, prospects, and at the end of that, come up with some strategies which our both countries can utilize towards realizing a more virile digital economy to progress our peace, prosperity, and greatness.
That was Commodore Ayo Olubeve, head of the delegation of the 29th batch of the National Defense College of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, speaking there shortly after the visit at the National Communication Council of the Republic of Cameroon in the nation's political capital, Yaoundé. Today, now we talk about coronavirus. Dr. Didier Raoul, the French specialist in infectious diseases, explains why the number of COVID-19 cases, or better still, the number of persons tested positive for coronavirus continues increasing around the world. And he thinks that the measures that have been put in place by the governments of the different countries affected by the coronavirus are not appropriate as far as the pandemic is concerned.
The continuous increase in COVID-19 cases in countries of the world, according to Dr. Didier Raoul, the French specialist in infectious diseases, is due to limited new and efficient strategies adopted by world governments.
Il semble que l'erreur majeure des gouvernements, c'est que la plupart d'entre eux n'ont jamais pensé par eux-mêmes.
That
Ils
at
n'ont
the
agi que
initial
par imitation
stage,
de ce que
most
faisait le voisin.
governments did not
Et donc, c'est
think of
seulement
their
quand les
own
Anglais ont dit,
strategies to
attendez,
curb
nous,
spread of the
90% des
virus.
trucs, c'est
Rather,
de
they
nouveau, que
emulated
les gens
those of
commençaient à
others.
regarder
Also,
ce
some
que
did
les autres
not take
disaient.
measures, but
Plusieurs
listening to
fois,
what neighbors were saying on whether they have cases or not.
C'est parce que, plutôt que de regarder les données, d'analyser les données, eh bien, ils écoutaient ce que disaient leurs voisins. Alors, ils disaient non, nous on n'a pas, et vous n'avez pas, donc il n'y en a pas.
Although the anti-COVID-19 barrier measures taken, he says, are ineffective.
Les mesures que nous avons prises de distanciation,
social distance, washing of hands have rather helped to eliminate existing respiratory and digestive infections and not at all the COVID-19.
Mais pas du tout sur le Covid.
The French physician and microbiologist justifies by recalling SARS was neither spread by the environment nor direct physical contact, but the fact that persons were contaminated even 200 meters away.
Le SARS n'était pas transmis majoritairement par l'environnement.
This, he says, can explain why all the measures adopted presently to fight the COVID-19 are in reality drowning.
Que des gens à 200 mètres de là puissent être infectés, puisqu'aucun moyen nous permettrait de faire ça, sauf à mettre tout le monde en prison.
According to Dr. Didier Raoult, what is essential here is to have a mastery or understanding on the virus transmission, because till present, many governments only react by taking copied measures and develop models which have ended up fruitless.
And that's it for today. Coming up next, Equinoxe.